Good afternoon, everybody. As we've heard, April the 25th next week will mark the 25th anniversary of the day when 10,000 Falun Gong practitioners spontaneously gathered at Zhenglonghai near Beijing to appeal to the Chinese government to release a group of Falun Gong practitioners who they heard had been detained earlier in Tianjin. Now, a quarter of a century has passed since those widely significant actions were taken. Think about how long that is, a quarter of a century. These practitioners sought no political power, merely the right to freedom of speech and expression, which the Chinese Communist Party had for so many years before and after the Cultural Revolution taken away from ordinary Chinese citizens. Falun Gong encourages people to adhere to the three simple principles of truth, compassion and tolerance. Many millions of people in China and across the world have been profoundly moved by its philosophy, including all of those present here today behind me. Falun Gong now has approximately 100 million followers around the world and was originally heralded by the Chinese government as a blessing to the Chinese people and a contributor towards its positive development. But this event in 1999 changed the attitude of the Chinese Communist Party, and they suddenly turned against Falun Gong. And this led to a long period of persecution, which has now lasted for that quarter of a century. Thousands of practitioners have been tortured to death, and many millions more deeply affected by organ harvesting and other cruel methods of torture. You would imagine that such a heavy physical and psychological onslaught would have been a demoralizing effect on many practitioners, particularly in China. And some do indeed bear the scars of so many years of abuse. But in fact, the opposite has been true. It has not affected or reduced the positive effects Falun Gong has had on the world, thanks to the unwavering fortitude of those who have suffered year in and year out. We believe that the persecution will soon come to an end. And we know that one good will overcome 100 evils, and this will surely come to pass in the case of the CCP's evil persecution. Falun Gong has had such a profound effect on many millions of people that it is impossible to overestimate its importance in altering the course of mankind's thinking. It teaches people to be compassionate, but also to look inward, to rid oneself of one's own faults before blaming others, and always to strive towards finding the truth. We all hope that these positive assets will ultimately prove to be the turning point for humankind, which will in the end overcome the negativity and suppression meted out by the evil Chinese Communist Party to so many people over so many years. Thank you for your attention.